Venus in Swati Nakshatra. So Venus in Swati Nakshatra. This is a placement where Venus should ideally naturally be suited to the domain, the energy of Swati, because Swati Nakshatra is all about commerce, it's all about union, it's all about movement. And Venus is all about commerce, it's all about luxury, it's all about relationships. Okay, it's all about creating wealth, materialistic comforts, assets, things of that sort. Ideally, it should be like that. This should be a great match, right? Because Swati Nakshatra lies in the sidereal zodiac within the sign of Libra. Libra is a sign for the marketplace. It's a sign for business. It's a sign for union. Libra, the scales of balance. Okay, and Venus is the planet of comforts, it's the planet of relationships. Venus represents commerce, Venus represents jewels, currency, right? So this should be a great placement. Unfortunately, that's not the case. And this is the reason why. Listening to it is going to give you a lot of insights into how to decode the energies of planets in nakshatras and how nakshatras actually can bring about such a huge change within the sign. So Swati is a nakshatra which is about all of these things which represent union and business and partnership and all of that. But the Shakti of this nakshatra is the power to disperse. Swati nakshatra is represented by a blade of grass, blowing in the wind. And its devata, its ruling deity is Pavan, or the wind god. And so this is a very powerful nakshatra of change, of freedom, of movement. Okay? Plus it is ruled by the planet Rahu, and Rahu is a very instinctive sort of an energy. It's like a pull that you cannot avoid. It's obsession and amplification of any kind of movement or expansion. Okay? So Swati people tend to have relationships, or their experiences of relationships are quite often that these people can attract the most, what do I exactly say? These people can attract the deepest relationships in their lives at some of the most unconducive instances of life. Like, this is the absolute last time where I should have had this relationship. Okay, at this point, at this place where I am, I'll be just so focused on everything else. I mean, how am I going to make this work? And so, for people with this placement, one of the most important things to learn and understand is that there is a certain level of freedom that needs to be given and received and claimed and prioritized in relationships, all relationships. Okay? Because there is growth, there is expansion, there is movement, and there is a sort of powerful union only when both individuals are truly free. Yes, honoring the commitment, honoring the growth that needs to take place together, but preserving their respective freedoms as complete entities. So, Venus in Swati, if you're having trouble with this nakshatra placement, then you're tapping into the shadow aspects of the energy of Swati. What are the shadow aspects of the energy of Swati? It's being flighty. It's being unaware of your need for freedom, unaware of your need for independence and autonomy. Okay? And unaware, about being unaware quite often in others as well. It's an inability to understand that freedom and union are actually almost synonymous. Because only when you are truly free can you completely give yourself to a relationship and understand the rules, understand the sanctity of having something stable in a moving world, in an expanding world. Okay, so Venus in Swati actually is going to take the individual to the heights of understanding what love, diplomacy, negotiation, business is all about. And it's quite possible that early on in life, you may have difficulty dealing with this energy. Early on, because you see, early on in life, the energies of Rahu aren't that mature in the chart. And so the individual may rush into a lot of things, rush into a lot of situations that they shouldn't have rushed into. Right? But later on in life, as your Rahu matures, as you understand how to channelize your Rahu and move towards your soul's purpose, the planets placed in the nakshatras of Rahu, right, also mature, also change. And so right after middle-aged, you will see Venus and Swati people make a lot of progress. You will see Venus and Swati people find a necessary balance in their relationships that they lacked most of their life. But before that, it's quite possible that these people will just shift around, travel so much, there will be so much movement in their lives that it will be not possible for them to sustain long-term relationships. Okay, that can often be the case. Moreover, Venus in Swati is an energy where the individual in this lifetime has chosen a path towards love, partnerships, union, and earning their living, earning their income, because Venus represents how you make your money. So the individual's soul in this lifetime has chosen a path of acquiring these things, the materialistic things in life, the material comforts in life. So having a spouse is also one of the material comforts in life, because they are present in flesh and body, right? No matter how much you talk about love of the hearts, in order for you to get married to somebody, according to the laws and customs, they need to have a body, a presence. They need to be an individual. So this also qualifies your spouse under the ambit of Venus's comforts that are just for you at a material level. You look at it from those perspectives, you will see that the individual's soul in this lifetime has chosen to experience material happiness through experiencing freedom, through prioritizing freedom and swift change. Okay? Your soul is seeking in this lifetime to quickly make a lot of new relationships, to quickly advance and build a lot of partnerships, to be free, to interact with and work with, collab with whoever you can. And so you will often see people who have Venus and Swati to be in the film industry or the entertainment, arts industry. Because this is the energy of wanting to scatter, okay, which is the power of this nakshatra. And wanting to scatter in this way means what? Wanting to scatter means wanting to reach as many people as possible. These are the individuals that you will often see in PR, in marketing. Okay? And so Venus in Swati, the actual selfish sort of comforts, that we want in life, those are quite often acquired with a little bit of, what do I say exactly, a little bit of difficulty and exchange and surrender. You realize that, if I can only have great relationships in the area of business, why shouldn't I just do that? Why should I just keep myself bound to a partnership or a relationship or a marriage that doesn't seem to work, that doesn't seem to allow me to be myself, to flow, to move, to expand? Okay, and at the same time, these people can also completely devote themselves to their spouse, to their marriage, if it is healthy, if it gives them the freedom that they seek, and become complete homebodies. The famous spouses who throw the best parties, who make the best food for you when you come over, and that everybody is a fan of in your friend circle. And these people can be individuals like that as well, because you have to keep in mind that you have to take a look at the other planets also in the chart. But Venus in Swati is primarily an energy which is seeking to achieve the, to be honest, highest level of balance in relationships, like power couple vibes. And acquiring such a balance, acquiring such a utopian, idea of love and perfect union and freedom, this quite often involves releasing a lot of internal hang-ups, a lot of internal preconceptions, and etc., etc. And let's face it, a lot of people are just not as healed early on in life. Those who are, they have great luck with this nakshatra. They're able to grow amazingly from a very early age. Necessary partnerships, how to make people work for you, how to work together with people. They would know that. For example, this could be the placement of a great, corporate lawyer. Okay. So, this was my brief analysis of Venus in the nakshatra of Swati. If you enjoyed this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to this channel so that you can stay abreast of all the wonderful content that I post here. And push the bell icon so that you can be notified every single time I post. If you want a session with me, you can do so by checking out the link given at the description box below. It's going to take you to my website. Over there, you'll have to fill up a form. Once I receive that form, I'll get back to you with the date and time, and then we can take it from there. Okay? Thank you so much. Take care. Hari Om.